In this video, I'm going to show you how I use Cephable's on-device generative AI and the intelligent tasks features within the Cephable professional platform to iterate on ideas that I use for things like social media posts or outreach messages or taglines and so much more. The nice thing about this too is that I can provide Cephable with any sensitive information that I want to use for this because it's not using the cloud in order to process this. All of the AI generation and the processing is happening 100% on my device, which means I can do it directly into any of these other apps too, not just chatting with the interface. I can do it directly in OneNote. I could iterate on it in my CRM or directly in the social media platforms that I'm posting into or into the emails and so much more. But this is primarily going to be using two different features within Cephable, the generate text feature and the rewrite feature. So in this case, I'm just using OneNote from Microsoft because this is where I tend to write down some of my raw ideas so that they sync across my devices, across my account. But you could use any application, anywhere you could otherwise type, Cephable can generate text. So I'm going to go ahead and title this just social media ideas. And then I'm going to ask Cephable to generate it based off some context. One of the challenges we see in the industry, especially in things like financial services and healthcare, is this quote unquote shadow AI usage where people are using personal AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, Claude, and more in order to generate reports or create concepts or share ideas, but ultimately they're accidentally leaking corporate information or even worse, sensitive information from their clients. And in spaces like financial services and healthcare, this is a huge issue. And it's one of the things that I talk about a lot on social media. So I'm going to go ahead and actually generate some ideas, help me get my sort of creative juices flowing on different types of topics, subject lines, things like that that might make sense in this sort of use case I want to share using Cephable to generate it. So to start, I've got my cursor just anywhere in my OneNote. I'm going to go ahead over into the Cephable panel and click Generate Text and then tell it what I want it to generate. So I want Cephable to give me 10 social media post ideas about the risk of employees in banks and healthcare using their personal cloud-based AI tools called Shadow AI. So I'm going to go ahead and click Generate. Now Cephable is just going to write directly into OneNote all of these different ideas that it's coming up with based off the context I gave it. If you give it more information in your personal settings for your custom prompts or just more information directly into the prompt, you can get as specific or as broad as you want to as well. So I'm pretty happy with these different ideas, but now I want to start expanding on some of the ways we might be able to talk about it in the actual body text as well. So what I can do is not just use the generate feature, but I can use the rewrite feature because I don't just want it adding to the text, I want it directly in this OneNote too. So I can actually go ahead and highlight the text that it's written and then come over here and ask Cephable to rewrite it by adding more details. So I'm asking Cephable to update these to add sample body text for each of these social media post title ideas about the risk of employees using their personal AI systems. So I go ahead and click Generate. Now that I've iterated across each of these a little bit more, I can pick some of the ones that I like and actually ask Cephable to dive a little bit deeper into. Let's say, for example, this AI shadows, the unseen risks in finance and health, and let's go ahead and highlight these texts here and ask it to iterate even further and create full social media posts. And then I can go ahead and click generate. So now you'll see Cephable is expanding on the concept even more, writing it into these different types of structures instead of just writing it directly in that list format. So I can go ahead and take this expanded concept it's going to get me more easily, then take it over into LinkedIn and post it. Now, rewriting over itself isn't the only way to use Cephable. You can also paste text into the rewrite, ask it to take content from one area, write it in another area and more, but I like to just kind of manage it all in one place as I build on these ideas. And just like that, I got a full post that I can go ahead and investigate the content on, go find some references to pull together, or just copy the entire thing out into things like LinkedIn and post away. So enjoy using Cephable's secure and on-device AI models and tasks in order to do things like iterate on these different types of ideas. And not just for social media ideas and not just in OneNote, but anywhere you can otherwise type 100% offline, use Cephable's AI to iterate and type for you and get your creativity out in some new ways.